Yeah, 5 minutes of the unfilled 15 does look good. I mean, if I try this out, it's gonna be low size, but we definitely are due for a little retracement. What'd you say? Go for a one-to-one? Yeah, same. All right, yes, just topped into the 15 minute. I'm gonna go break even. Not risking anything right now. Straight to break even. Big push for the bloodline. Big bomb clot push for the bloodline. Uh, uh, uh. SMT at the unfilled 15. Or at the filled 15, because if it got filled on, yes. And we're about to get break even. It's a risk-free trade though. This is great, bro. Fucking going break even after like 10 seconds is so nice. All right, there it is, break even. We tapped into the 15-minute bearish gap on ES, instantly went break even because that's the right thing to do. When our target is the 15-minute on NQ and ES takes it, creates an SMT there, the smart thing to do is always to go break even. No harm, no foul. I'm down to try it out. Moving my stop. I'm literally trailing my stop like as tight as possible. Yo, people talking to the charts is too funny, bro. Bro, Marianne might be number one on the murder list. Number one most wanted spaghetti. E spingi, fratello, e spingi. E dai, vive. Lock in, twin. What do you think you're doing, bud? Alright, once we take out this 1 minute low, I'm gonna go break even. I like how it wicked up right where our break even is and respected the 2 minute, and I'd like to see it continue to respect the 2 minute. If we're truly bearish, we don't need to come back down and revisit that 2 minute. So I feel like that's a good break even point. Do you want to just do this little dance later, bro, when we're not 2 ticks away from TP? Bro, this is D1 rage bait. D1 rage bait right here. D1 rage bait. Music and bang and bang and bang. What a huge trade. Yo, let's get some fucking dubs in the chat. All right, you know what? That's it. It's clobbering time. It's fucking clobbering time. Listen, guys, I have one thing to say to you. Only one thing. It's clobbering time. And that right there is how you end the week with back to back $1,600 trades. And straight to the payouts we go. Straight to payout city we go. Crazy, bro. No red days this week. Yo, that's crazy. Let's run this. All right, so coming into the morning, we had an obvious bearish bias, right? The 4 hour time frame is super bearish. The daily time frame is what I'm mainly getting my bias from. Okay, so what am I mainly looking at coming into the morning? The fact that the daily bullish fair value gap got inversed. These both huge daily bullish fair value gaps got inversed. So I always have to ask myself, what is in between price and the targets? Okay, so if this weekly low is a target, what is in between price right now and this target? Nothing on the daily time frame, right? We've inversed everything on the daily time frame. So the next draw is going to be this previous week low and this previous week low, and probably these lows as well, right? So I have a bearish bias that comes from the higher time frame. So the daily is super bearish. I go onto the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame looks extremely bearish as well. We've inversed this 4 hour bullish gap, and we're continuously coming down and creating 4 hour bearish structure. So what do I want to see on the 4 hour? I would love, 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 love for price to come up and tap into this 4 hour bearish gap. But realistically, I know that's probably not going to happen because market open has been dumping every single morning for the past 4 days, right? And you have to start analyzing things. If you're not thinking about this when you're coming into market open, when you are analyzing your daily bias, like that is something you have to take into account. For the past 4 days, market open has been super bearish. It's been dumping right away. So what is it to tell me that the same thing's not going to happen again? I have to assume that the same thing is going to happen again. So 4 hour time frame looks good. 2 hour time frame is what I'm mainly involved in, right? Because do I think we're going to come all the way back up to this 4 hour? Not necessarily. Do I think we can come up to this 2 hour? Yes. I would have loved to see it tap into the 2 hour. But again, market just opened and completely started dumping. So I can't be too picky with my entries when market open just dumps and takes out all the targets. If I want to get in on shorts, I have to do it early before price takes out all the targets. So then we still haven't retraced on the 1 hour time frame. We haven't retraced on the 15-minute time frame. So what am I looking for? Okay, potentially when we created a bullish SMT at the weekly low, we could get a retracement to the 15-minute time frame. So I scale down, I see on the 5-minute time frame we have a 5-minute inverse targeting the 15-minute unfilled. So what do? First trade of the day, we take a mech model long targeting the 15-minute unfilled on NQ and ES, right? ES and NQ had the same exact trade. ES was a 4-minute, NQ was a 5-minute. We had the unfilled 15 above at this black line right here. So the plan was to take the 5-minute inverse for a 1-to-1 risk to reward with a break even at, where's the 1-to-1? Right here. So the plan was to take 5-minute inverse, 1-to-1 risk to reward, break even at the unfilled 15. So when ES tapped into the unfilled 15 before NQ did, I instantly moved stop to break even. Why am I going break even? Because if my break even point on NQ is the unfilled 15 and it gets tapped into on ES, we now have a bearish SMT at the 15-minute time frame. So do I want to keep my risk on or do I want to go break even? I want to go break even. So this trade ended up getting break even. $0 made, $0 lost. Great. I'm honestly happy that we took it and that we followed our rules perfectly. We managed our risk exactly how we should have. So after creating a bearish SMT on the 15-minute time frame, we now have a 5-minute inverse opportunity. But why am I not waiting for the 2 hour to get tapped into, which I wanted to see happen before? That I said, I want to wait for this 2 hour, I want to wait for this 2 hour. It is because if it was just a simple 15-minute time, if it was just a simple 15-minute tap in, I wouldn't have taken it. But the fact that we tapped into the 15-minute on ES and left a bearish SMT on NQ, that's an extra confluence, an extra boost in confidence on my bearish bias. So I was willing to take this 5-minute inverse. Come down here, 5-minute right here gets inverse. That's my condition for entering the trade. And I put my stops at the swing high where the SMT is. So where do I put my stop loss? Where the high of the SMT. Do I have to put it at the 15-minute? No, I can put it a tick lower at the high of the SMT, because if we're truly bearish, that SMT is going to hold. So that's a perfect point to go break even. And then simply just got a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio at the swing low, internal low that we were targeting off this 5-minute inverse. Ended up playing full TP plus 1,600 on this trade, plus 1,600 on the trade yesterday. Fully green week every single day. Ended up either break even or green on the week. So great fucking trading week. I'm happy that you guys stayed on for this trade recap. I hope this makes sense to you. Make sure that you're asking questions if you don't understand why we took the trade exactly. why this was our stop loss take profit, why we entered on the previous trade, anything like that, make sure that you're joining the Discord and asking these questions so that we can help you out. Yeah, vamos.